Well, in 1985, my main agenda was to be a director. I really wanted to make films, and it was very inspiring because people like Jarmusch, Spike Lee were having movies released in theaters, and you really felt this excitement about independent cinema. I knew Steve Buscemi, and he was getting roles in bigger and bigger movies, and you really felt that it was possible to become a filmmaker. Remember that when I was very little, being a movie maker seemed like such a strange dream that really made, that other people did. So that was a good time in the 80s and 90s. The only reason I made Eye Pix was just to put a name on my film, and then I liked the name and I continued. And I really didn't start producing other people's movies until much later. I met a number of filmmakers, and I would always say, come on man, you can do it, it's going to be cool, look, all you need is this and that, and then I sort of would help people make movies, and then it became more of a company that put movies out, low budget movies. I actually think horror is in a great place. Let's talk about it. They just made the Suspiria remake. That's kind of bold and exciting, and they really let the filmmaker do what they wanted. Then you have movies like Babadook and It Follows and Hereditary. These are really artful, strange, shocking movies. A lot of them deal with real personal issues, so that's good. Then you have the Godzilla series and the King Kong. That's kind of exciting. I love those movies. So I don't have much to complain about. I do think that Universal is missing an opportunity. They're actually the ones that need to get their house in order, and I believe they are. I think they're starting to figure out that there's an opportunity there because they want to be like Marvel and have a franchise. And if they do it right, audiences are very sophisticated and they want realism in their horror, but they want thrills. So let's see. It's up to them to Well, it was very fun. We wanted to show an entire lifetime in just this movie. At first, he's very new to life, and he's very like a child, basically, and he still limps, and he's very awkward. And then as he gets older, you see him sort of mature, and he learns language, and so we, with the actor, I charted it very carefully, and this is when he's adolescent, and this is when he's showing an interest in girls, and here he's learning puzzles and his brain is starting to function. So that was the idea, is to show him mature. And then in the end he's very angry because he sort of understands the world is unfair and that the doctor is confused and everybody's in it for themselves, and he rages against that. So it's like the stages of man, showing that progression. And with the actor, we're just very careful to say where are we in the story and with the monster. And even with the makeup, we had the scars in the beginning, and he's very naked, and you see everything. And then slowly, he, some of the scars heal, and then after he comes back in the end, he's sort of even a different. A movie I love is Francis Coppola's Dracula, and in that there are different versions of Dracula, and I didn't go that far, but I like that idea of sort of the monster having different images as you go on. I mean, look, the Frankenstein story, by definition, is about morality and how far do you push technology, and that's what Mary Shelley was talking about in 1818, and now here we are 200 years later, and it's still an important question. All the technologies that we deal with, they appear to take us forward and advance humankind, but reality is that spiritually, are we keeping up? Can we contain the implications of each new technology, both our communications, Facebook and all of this sort of thing, all going haywire, and can we keep up morally with the opportunities that science advances? So it's in all my films. Global warming, you want to talk about that. You want to talk about, you might be able to save a life, but what is the quality of life? So these are the questions I think Mary Shelley was asking, and I'm still asking on behalf of Mary Shelley.